You don't need professional bar tools to make good cocktails. And in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make 2 incredible classic cocktails without using any professional bar tools. Making cocktails with professional bar tools is easy. It's awesome. It makes life really great. But you know what? Maybe you never bought a set of professional bar tools for home, or maybe you're camping or you rented an Airbnb, they just don't have anything. So sometimes you just have to use what you have. But all right, let's get to it. So the first cocktail I'm gonna be making for you is a classic Daiquiri. So the things that we're gonna need are, you're gonna wanna get a travel coffee mug that has preferably a lid that has one of these sliding enclosures here. And we're gonna build our cocktail right in here. The next thing you're gonna need is a shot glass and a juicer. Most people have this in their home. If not, you can squeeze your fruit by hand. It's a little bit tedious, but you can still do it. But I'm gonna use this, even though this technically is a bar tool, I feel like most people have one of these at home. If not, just squeeze it with your hands. It'll work the same way. We're gonna grab our shot glass here. The first thing we're gonna do is grab a lime, a cutting board, and a knife. We're gonna cut that in half, set that aside, and we're going to juice our lime right into this shot glass. I'm all about measurement. I'm all about making sure that the measurements are precise, but you don't always have a jig or anything like that. So we're using the shot glass as our measuring glass here. So we're gonna squeeze our lime right in there, grab that other piece of lime and squeeze that in there as well. As you can see, that's about half of the shot glass, and we're just gonna make sure that we're keeping our proportions exact. So we're gonna do a half shot glass of freshly squeezed lime juice right into our travel coffee mug here. Next, we're gonna grab our shot glass and we're gonna fill it up about halfway with sugar. We're gonna grab some hot water and we're gonna fill it up all the way with that hot water right there. Grab our spoon here and use the bottom end to just mix this until we have simple syrup. It's called simple syrup because it's 2 ingredients. It's simple. And then we're not just gonna dump this right in. We're gonna grab our mixing glass again and make sure we're only filling up about halfway. Probably went a little bit over half there. So about halfway with our simple syrup, and right into our travel mug we go. And last but not least, we have our white rum. We're gonna do 1 full shot glass here. And so if you wanna think about it this way, it was essentially 1 part lime juice, 1 part simple syrup to 2 parts rum. Easy to remember, easy to do. Now we're gonna set that aside. We have our travel coffee mug here. We're going to fill this up about halfway with ice. Grab our lid here. You're gonna lock it up, close that lid, and now we're going to shake this and to get it chilled and diluted. It gets a little messy, but this isn't perfect. And you wanna shake it until it's nice, chilled and diluted, and try not to make a mess like I'm doing. Maybe you have one that locks better. All right, and then we're gonna grab our chilled coupe glass here, and the best part about this lid is that it has the little latch that comes up and it just strains right there. No ice, and you get a nice, delicious daiquiri. And you could garnish it with lime, a nice little lime wedge, but there you have a daiquiri made with items available pretty much anywhere. That's tasty. Tastes about as good as a daiquiri I would make at my restaurant and bar. Yeah, of course it's lacking that precision, but honestly, if you're just making drinks for friends around the campfire, you could do much worse than this, and this is pretty great. All right, the next cocktail that we're gonna be making is called a bee's knees. It's a very classic cocktail and pretty simple at that. So what we're gonna need is a mason jar. We're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna need our handy dandy juicer once again, our spoon, our cutting board and knife, and a lemon. First thing we're gonna do is cut this lemon in half. Grab our shot glass. Oh yeah, you need a shot glass. And we're going to juice a lemon. You know what, we're gonna do it by hand because people are probably like, no, you can't juice it by hand. I'm gonna try. If you have a fork, you can stab your lemon, makes it nice and easier to juice. It'll get some of those juices out already. And then you wanna squeeze it in the palm of your hand and hope that it works as well as you would want. Okay, so not perfect, but you get juice in there, you know? You get some seeds as well, which you can dig out with your fork, and there you go. I'm gonna do this next part with the juicer because I'm kind of through embarrassing myself on camera. So let's grab our juicer, and we're gonna do about a half of a shot glass. Grab our mason jar, we're gonna open it up, and we're going to add our lemon juice into. Now let's move that out of the way. And now we're gonna make some honey syrup. If you have honey wherever you are, maybe you just happen to bring some honey, I don't know. I feel like most places have honey, so we're gonna grab our honey and fill up about halfway on this shot glass with the honey. It's slow to drizzle out. Again, we're gonna grab some hot water and fill it up. And using our spoon, we're gonna mix this up to make sure that we get it all incorporated and it becomes more of a syrup. And again, we don't want the whole thing, so about halfway with honey syrup into our mason jar. So again, 1 part lemon juice, 1 part honey syrup, and now we're gonna do 2 parts gin. I'm using St. George's Botanivore, but use any London dry gin you would like. 2 parts gin right into our mason jar. And now we're gonna add ice to our mason jar. Leave a little bit of room so you can shake it. We're gonna lock it with the lid, and we're gonna shake it up. All right. It's nice and frothy. We're gonna get rid of the ring part, but keep that lid if it's one of those that separates, and you'll see why in a second. Grab our chilled coupe glass, and then we're gonna strain this out, but all we're gonna do is move this just slightly and hold it down like a strainer, and we're just gonna pour it out. That way the ice stays in the mason jar, and we get our cocktail. And boom, you have a bee's knees made without any professional bar tools. That's excellent. That's delicious. That is as good as I would make at my bar. That's top notch. That's just grade A, the bee's knees. Ha! I now know where they call it that. Ah, it's a knee slapper. Oh, too bad bees don't have knees, huh? Anyway, what I hope you learned from this video is that bar tools don't make a bartender or a drink. What makes a drink is good ingredients and using your head. If you want to learn how to make other gin or rum cocktails, I'm gonna link a couple videos right here that you can check out for more of those.